Hey, how's it going? We are on Minecraft today, live, because I'm a little strapped for time, and I know that playing old Minecraft is a bit of a trend right now. So I wanted to use that as gameplay for today, and also do it live since I don't have a whole lot of time. But there is some stuff I wanted to talk about. There was a video that was uploaded by a channel that I used to watch a lot. I don't watch him too much anymore, but I'm still subbed to him, so I see his uploads and stuff. His name is Nihongo Gamer, I think it is. He's like a Japanese guy. I remember I watched a lot of his stuff when he would review controllers. I think specifically when Smash was coming out, he like talked about the GameCube controller and also, you know, other fighting games like Fight Pads and stuff like that. So that's how I kind of found out about him and stuff like that. But he also does videos where he sort of does what I do, I guess, but instead of playing video games, he makes coffee, which is really cool. I'm definitely, I think, a little bit more interesting than, you know, just me on here playing Minecraft. But he made a video called "Letting Your Hobbies Define You," and I didn't watch the video. I gotta be honest with you, but it reminded me of the video I made about hobbies, and I'm sure just other stuff that I've talked about here and there throughout last year of making these videos. In the previous hobbies video, I sort of talked about how a lot of the hobbies that I used to do, I fell off of them doing, and I really only did them out of obligation because I felt like they were something that I should be doing. Wait, pork chop gets cooked into, like, the steak? Or maybe they're the same thing. It's weird. And, you know, just sort of revisiting. Oh, I forgot. You have to be in you have to be in an enclosed space. All right, we're doing an old Minecraft grass hut, so that I can actually sleep. But I talked about how, you know, a lot of the hobbies that I used to do sort of became obligations, and I wasn't really enjoying doing them anymore. The video sort of had me revisiting that topic of, you know, hobbies and how I look at myself and how I feel like my hobbies define me. I feel like in the blogs video, I also sort of covered that, and how through multiple platforms like Spotify and Twitter and Instagram, we show off our interests, and you know, people judge you based off of that stuff. And I think that so many people, myself included, sort of allow themselves to be guided by, you know, if I post this Instagram photo, what will my friends think? What if my friends hear me listening to this song? What would my friends think, or people that I don't like? How would they react to me playing this video game? Would they see it as cringe? Would I be made fun of for it? And this is a thing that I think, if I had to guess, virtually every human thinks about, unless you're some, you know, insane person that has absolutely no care for what other people think, and I am very envious of you. And I think a couple years ago, this is something that I kind of became aware of, or rather that I became aware of the fact that I think it was a problem, and that it was something that I really wanted to change. I've talked about it before, that amongst my friend group, and you know, basically everyone I meet over time, I kind of become the Sonic guy. It's kind of like it's my favorite thing, basically. You know, I grew up playing Sonic the Hedgehog, and I literally, while I'm recording this, have a Sonic Mania collector's edition statue sitting on my desk staring at me at all times. It's a series and game that really affected my life and that I'm passionate about. And for a long time, I was sort of known as, you know, the Sonic guy. And it bothered me, but it also never really stopped me from liking Sonic. I think Sonic is one of the few things that I was not able to be bullied out of enjoying. I don't even remember the last time I have crafted leather armor, or if this is even a good idea, but I just kind of wanted to see the old texture. I really need to find iron. And going through middle school and high school kind of constantly, even if I'd never brought it up, being, you know, ragged on about, oh yeah, Jake, he loves Sonic, watch out for that guy, you know, talk your ear off about it. It wasn't ever like that. It was much more mean. and it, you know, I think when I was really little, like maybe in elementary school and middle school, it really bothered me, especially when I was feeling angsty, and maybe I was already in a bad mood or feeling, you know, whatever. It definitely did bother me a lot more. But, you know, as I got to high school, it kind of just, I sort of accepted it. And I look at other things in my life, and I kind of start to adopt that same mentality. I think that process initially started with music. I was always very, and I've talked about this with friends, how, like, you know, as I'm listening to a song, I'll kind of imagine what other people would think if they saw me or heard me listening to this. And talking to another friend, he sort of relayed the same thing, like, oh yeah, like he thinks about that too, and he'll like literally not listen to songs if he thinks that other people will think it's cringe that he's listening to them. And I wanted to stop thinking like that, because a lot of the people that I would imagine hearing me listening to this aren't even people that affect my daily lives, you know, random dickheads from school. Someone literally just started weed whacking outside my window. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Hopefully it isn't being picked up. You know, random people from school and stuff like that. It didn't even affect my life, but while I was alone, I was letting them control my interests and what I did. And I think as I sort of gained more emotional maturity or whatever, that really started to bother me, that I think I was letting myself be controlled by stuff like that. And I noticed that a lot of my other friends or coworkers or whoever I'm talking to do that without even realizing it, and sometimes to kind of an extreme degree. I remember I had a coworker who had, you know, a lot of acne, and he was kind of talking to me about it. And he was talking to me about it. And at the time I worked at a grocery store. And we were kind of passing the, you know, the aisle with all the facial cleansers and lotion and stuff like that. I literally point out to him the one I use. And he literally told me that, like, that he thought it was gay to wash his face, which is something that I feel like would be normal to say in like 2010 or 12 or I don't even know, like maybe 2015. But I feel like in 2022, or I think it was maybe 2021 when this happened, I think I literally laughed at him because, like, dude, what the fuck? And I forgot that there are people that I think legitimately go about their daily lives thinking about stuff like that. And that doesn't say that I'm better and that I have like some insane level of self-awareness that I can't be bothered by what other people think. That is absolutely not the case. One of the whole reasons I've said it so many times over and over again before, one of the reasons I really started doing this channel was to have a place to voice how I'm feeling, because I felt like I was lacking someone in my life to do that with. And over the time of making these videos, it has allowed me to feel more comfortable in just kind of saying how I feel and feeling comfortable in my emotions. I'm really happy that this is something that I've sort of become aware of, and I think that it's something that virtually everybody would benefit from. I think it was 2 summers ago, I sort of rediscovered Nightcore. Not that I, you know, forgot about it or anything, but it was something that played a major part in my life through middle school, especially. You can't mine this with iron? What the fuck? Dude, I forgot how different this game is now. I think it was when I was on like a mix of CS and Valorant grinding, where I really needed music to listen to while I was just sort of grinding these low ranks, so I was trying to climb to a higher elo. And I opened up my Nightcore playlist, and I now literally just listen to Nightcore. Like, I will 100% own the fact that I enjoy listening to Nightcore. And I have a playlist that I think has over 100 different songs, all just Nightcore versions. And a lot of the classics, you know, Angel with the Shotgun, Clarity, you know, Will You Stay the Night? I forget what the actual song's name is called. I think it's just called Stay or Stay the Night. And if I allowed myself to give a shit what, like, you know, some dickhead from my 8th grade English class would think of me listening to this, I feel like I'd be so much more miserable. And this isn't any sort of like profound, like, oh, just don't care what people think. This is all just pretty standard stuff I think maybe some people come to terms with as they grow up. But I really do think it's something that so many people, especially even people that I know, you know, go about their daily lives letting cringe or what other people would think dictate stuff that they do when they're alone. And I think we also need to make a push for, you know, if you're in a friend group where they are constantly shitting on you for, you know, your general interests and stuff that you like, I think it's totally valid to just like cut those people out. And I do have a bit of a problem. I think I've probably mentioned that. I feel like I'm very quick to just sort of stop talking to people if they're being kind of a dickhead, which maybe is my bad and I shouldn't do. But at the same time, one of the glorious benefits of being an adult is that I don't have to deal with you if I don't want to. You know, obviously it's different if you're a coworker and if you're, you know, not an adult and you're, you know, still in high school or something and you have classmates. It's not as easy to cut someone out that you're forced to be in math class with every single day. But like, you know, I don't use Discord really for like main friend group stuff or like big server stuff anymore. And, you know, all the people that I used to be friends with that, you know, did used to shit on me for, you know, something stupid like liking Sonic or something like that, I just won't talk to anymore. And we aren't friends anymore. And it's not like there's any sort of beef where I'm like, fuck you, dude, and I write them like a fucking paragraph and stuff. It's like, no, you're just kind of a dick, and I'm just gonna cut you off. And it's not even like ghosting. It's something that I'll sort of strategically do over a long period of time of like not responding to messages or leaving servers without saying anything or muting them on Twitter and Instagram, stuff like that. Because I don't think people are entitled to your attention or space or feelings or whatever. And that's something that they kind of have to earn, you know? Everyone's got shit going on, and I think it's so stupid to give that much of a shit about what other people are doing. And I think that there are limits, and I am a hypocrite. I am definitely a hater, and I, shit on people all the time. Usually behind closed doors, like a good person. Not to their face, of course. But this is kind of a jumbled, rambled mess that I'm not really sure how to make this all come together, but I'm sure I made a couple points here. I know this Minecraft world is really boring. I literally just started it for this, and I haven't done anything other than mine. Oh, it's nighttime. But I hope it wasn't too boring. I know that playing like beta Minecraft is kind of a trend right now, or I think it more so was like a year ago or something like that, but yeah, I don't know, I wanted to hop on and revisit it because it has truly been I don't even know how long since I have played this version of Minecraft. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. This week, without getting into it, has been crazy. A lot of stuff going on that I will not get into because it is like extremely personal stuff. But yeah, Twitter and stuff is in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. And can I go in third person? Can I do like the Minecraft thing? Oh, only from behind. Okay, well this doesn't really work. Okay. See you guys.